What's going on, guys? Bearded Rich here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing my first thoughts and opinions on the Springfield Armory M1A. I've had this gun for a little over a year now. I haven't had a chance to shoot it. So today is the day. Finally took it off the shelf, blew the dust off of it, oiled it up, and here we are. So I'll be rolling in some footage. I've done a little bit of training out here today. I fired roughly 200 rounds through the rifle, a little over 200 rounds, just breaking it in. Nothing fancy, just running some drills. All the targets that I've shot today have been within 25 yards. As you can see behind me, I'm in some pretty thick woods. I was testing the rifle, kind of seeing if it got dirt in it, stuff like that, how it functioned, as well as testing a backpack I have right here, my chest rig, getting some final testing in on it before I bring you guys that review. But I wanted to break the rifle in, and I figured what a better way than running some drills. So you guys will see some of the footage. I'm up and down and moving in and out of trees, running with it, carrying it. I've hiked almost 2 miles today. Not quite two, but like over one, so like 1.5-ish, somewhere around there. Just through the trails, running up and down the woods, stuff like that. Just getting used to the feel of the rifle, seeing how it performs, how it carries, stuff like that. Because I know some of you guys have commented that you like seeing the rifle used in a real world scenario instead of just on a flat range. And it helps me really judge the rifle. So I'm going to start doing this more often, I think. But yeah, so first thoughts of the rifle. It looks great. Like, it's a real classic look. Black Hawk Down, kind of Vietnam era look rifle, which I love. Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. That's one of my favorite PC games to play, or even Battlefield Vietnam for those old people out there like me. And I always choose this. It's the M1A M14 is an awesome rifle. It's classic, super classic. This replaced the M1 Grand back in the day, and then the M16 quickly replaced it because it's a bulky gun. It's 9 pounds, a little over 9 pounds, and when you're carrying ammo with it, it's a little bulky. But like for me, running around the woods, it's not terrible. Like a fully kitted out AR is around 8.5, 8 pounds, somewhere around there. So it's not awful. It's really not. I didn't notice the weight too much on it. I found it easy to swing around and get up and down on targets and stuff like that. So it's not bad. But yeah, so a little bit about the rifle. It's a 22-inch barrel. It is a 111 twist. It does have national match sights on it, which the sights are very good. I was really surprised. You can pick it up very easy. You can catch the front sight really well. It's thin, not super thin, but like it's thin enough to where like it doesn't completely obscure your target. Uh, so that's nice. I really liked that. The rear sight, it's just a peep sight, and it's good. I mean, it's good. You definitely miss a red dot with stuff like this after running red dots for so long, but it's super cool to kind of get back to your roots with it and shoot it. The trigger is a 2-stage trigger in it, and it's really good. I was really surprised. So I'm going to take the mag out. So the safety, before I get to the trigger, is very similar to the M1. If you guys will see it like right here. So you push it back like that, and it sits in the trigger guard, and that's safe. And then push it forward, and that's fire. Again, very similar to the M1 in its design, and it doesn't hurt your finger. So like that was my initial thought. I was like, well, can you really run that safety quick? Like if I'm running and have to like flip it off and drop, can you do it? And yeah, you can. Like my finger's not marred up. It doesn't hurt. It's not hard to push. But anyway, back to the trigger. So it's a 2-stage trigger. Check again. And there's a little bit of take up. So there's a little bit of take up in it. And then like you hit a wall and then it's right there. It's really nice. It's a really nice trigger for a factory trigger out of a gun that's on a platform that's kind of this old. I'm sure Springfield did some of their magic with it, but it's a really good trigger. I'll be interested to see how it does at distance and if I can control it well enough, but I don't see an issue with it. But back to my first thoughts, the rifle fit and finish is great. There's no like weird marks on it. The wood, it feels smooth. It's great. I mean, Springfield Armory does an excellent job with these rifles, and this one is no exception. This is a sample size of 1, so just take that with a grain of salt, but it's great. It does have the little flip up and rest on your shoulder. Just again, this is your classic, M14, M1A. The difference is obviously this isn't fully automatic because the ATF is stupid and doesn't let us have fully automatic rifles. But really, I don't know if I'd want to shoot this fully automatic because it's a 308 and it'd be pretty stout. But the recoil impulse on it is not bad. I was really surprised. The muzzle, the flash hider, does a pretty good job as well as keeping the muzzle flat. You can get some pretty quick shots off, and it's not bad. It doesn't the recoil is not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Very smooth gun for as big as it is. But I think that also helps with it being smooth and all. But yeah, the action, obviously, I still got to break it in, but it's not bad. I mean, it's like running an AK, so you kind of got to get your reloads and stuff like that down. It does have a bolt hold open on it. You can also run stripper clips in it. So if you have some 308 stripper clips, you can cram your mag. So if you want to load up a pack, like I have a pack here, but I have 4 extra mags in it loaded. If you wanted to just carry stripper clips in your pack and a feeder, you can carry that to reload your mags in. But yeah, so first impressions, thumbs up. You guys will see this on the channel again. I'm going to be doing accuracy testing with it. That will be the next review, and hopefully I can get up to 500 rounds by then. But yeah, today was just a break-in, fire the first few rounds through it, see how it did. My biggest hiccup with it, which it's not the rifle's fault, it's more of mine, is the reloads. So it's very different. It's like a insert and rock, so kind of like in between an AK and an AR. I'll roll in a fumble. I've had a couple fumbles out here today with it, but there's a sweet spot. So you put the mag in, but I'm telling you, there it is, right there. So there's a sweet spot, and then rock it in. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of practice. I did do a little bit of dry fire reloads with it this morning. See, got it right there. But it's going to take more practice than just coming out here and thinking you could do it. So, but like any weapon system, you got to learn it. But it can be quick once you learn it. I just have to find that sweet spot and get used to that mechanic for myself because, again, 200 rounds is nowhere near enough to really learn the rifle. But overall, first thoughts and impressions, great gun. If you guys want to see it more, it's going to be back. So there it is. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know in the comments below. I want to say thank you to everyone who is liking, subscribing, and supporting the channel. If you guys want to support the channel, there's a couple ways to do it. So down below, there's a thanks button or a super chats. If you guys can donate money directly to me through YouTube that way. Or there's also Amazon links down there of different stuff that I like and use on the channel and stuff like that, or in my personal life. So if you guys click on those links and buy anything through Amazon, I get a little bit of a kickback, a little percentage. So if you want to support the channel, that's a way. Another great way, thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe. That also supports me, and I am extremely grateful for every like, sub, and comment that you guys leave. I really appreciate it. I love bringing you guys content. I hope to bring you guys more content. I hope you guys like this kind of format. I'm going to try to do this more often, showing the rifles and the pistols and stuff like that and the gear used in the environment you should be using them and you should be training them in. Because at the end of the day, that's what these things are to be used and abused and to defend our rights as citizens. So guys, if you have any questions about any of this, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay strapped, and I'll see you at the range.